Hello all, my name is Henri Levy, for those of you who don't know me, and it's a great pleasure to have the honor of speaking here today. Oh man, I am glad we made it. Just give me a second. Oh. I remember the yarns that everyone spun us about how relaxed senior year was. It would be easy, they said. You wouldn't do anything, they said. Frankly, I think there were harder things this year than ever before. This week alone was nonstop. Okay, I admit it. The senioritis didn't help when it's mixed with extreme and utter laziness. And it certainly didn't make the job go faster. But regardless, I would say that all the students here had a challenge to conquer. Mine was psychology class. It was taught by a man I'm sure you've heard of. He is, after all, a YouTube sensation. None other than the Savage Secret X. Graced us with his presence every psych class. His method, though, was a little bit unorthodox. At the beginning of the year, he started making videos of the lessons he taught in class. The idea was that we watch the videos at home and bring all the questions we had to the next class. An ulterior motive, no doubt, was to establish himself in the world of online science videos, which is a big racket, by the way, apparently. And at first, I gotta say, I detested those videos. I downright hated them. But, how dare Mr. Savage allocate my time to something other than doing nothing? It was an outrage. Eventually, though, they did begin to grow on me. I would even go so far as to say that I grew fond of them. I learned that you can pause the video and go do something else, returning at a later date or never at all. Click. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's been a minute. I'm done for the evening. One lesson did get me through to me, though, and that was the one on psychologist Erik Erikson. This guy was a little egocentric. He changed his last name to Erikson because he had invented himself. He was Eric's son, Erikson, whatever. Nomenclature aside, he did do something interesting. As a neo-Freudian psychologist, he came up with the new stages of development in someone's life. At each stage, there is an either-or choice. For example, there is trust versus doubt, intimacy versus isolation, and the one I want to focus on, integrity versus despair at the end. Personally, I think Erikson's ideas relate to more than life as a whole. They apply to all of our relationships. When you make new friends, do you trust them or do you doubt them? Later on, do you spend time with them or do you isolate yourself from them? When you go your separate ways, are you stuck on the past? Are you looking to the future, forever changed as a person? We're all here for one reason. Our time at Parish is dying. Right as I speak, the seconds are slipping away from our grasp, and nothing can be done about it. You can feel it just slipping away. Soon, only memories will remain. But as we are forced to march on, I feel integrity rather than despair. I wouldn't hesitate for a second in saying that Mr. Savage had a big responsibility in that. When papers bled red in his class, he would say that it was the learning, not the grade, that was most important. When we talked in class, relative tangents broke the mundaneness of the textbook by going beyond its pages. When something important happened, Mr. Savage would give us a valuable life lesson that illuminated the topic in question, making us all a little bit wiser. He taught that there is more to life than grades. He taught that it's the experience that counts. I have no doubt that what he is about to say will aid in all of our journeys, sounding at times when the walls are closing in and the weight seems unbearable. It is my great pleasure to introduce Mr. Craig Savage.